and History Talk with me, Anthony and Steves. I'm going to work on the whole intro thing. Anyways, welcome back to the second episode of History Talk with this guy, Anthony and Steves. Those of you who tuned in, you remember last episode. If you didn't, go back to the first one, simply titled History Talk with Anthony and Steves. Yeah, I saw that one. That was real good. Who are you? Oh, I'm like another version of you, only from like a different universe or something. You know, like those books. There's one universe you, and then another universe you. I'm the other universe you. Different universe me. I need to ease up on the comic books. Yeah, so why they call it Turnips and Pumpkins? What's with the episode, huh? What's that about? I was about to get to that before you interrupted me. Yeah, okay. Turnips versus Pumpkins. And here's what that title means. Back 10,000 years ago, the human race was taking vegetables and carving them. Now, the gourd was the first domesticated plant vegetable by the human race. And about 700 years ago, the Maori tribes were the ones who would take gourds, empty them out, and turn them into lanterns. In fact, in the Maori language, the word gourd is equivalent to the word used for lampshade. Foreshadowing. Fast forward, 19th century. On the night of Samhain, when the layer that is between our world and the other world is at its thinnest, the AOC, or spirits, were able to cross over and walk the land for that one night. The people of those villages would take their gourds, their turnips, empty them out, and make carvings of disgusting faces on the front. And those faces were either meant to represent the spirits that were walking around, or to protect households from those evil spirits that may exist at that night. Those gourds or turnips will be placed on windowsills or in front of homes or on streets as a symbol of either the dead that walk the land or to keep the evil dead from coming in. Now, how do we get the term jack-o'-lantern? Jack-o'-lantern. Why jack-o'-lantern? Why jack-o'-lantern? About to get there. Sure, taking your time. Go ahead. So, there's this Irish folklore that goes back to mid-18th century. Different variations of it, but here's the main thing. It's called Stingy Jack, and it's about a thief who was also a blacksmith. And when the devil tried to take his soul, he trapped the devil using a silver cross he had made himself. And he wouldn't release the devil until the devil swore not to take his soul. And eventually the devil did. So the devil's promised to never take Stingy Jack's soul. Now eventually, as every person in the world, Stingy Jack dies. And he was such a bad person in life that he wasn't allowed into heaven. But at the same time, the devil swore that he would not take his soul, so he wasn't going to hell. So Stingy Jack is stuck in purgatory, which kind of resembles the land now, just a bit darker. And as a joke, the devil said, "Hey, here's a little flame from hell to light your path." Now Stingy Jack, roaming the earth and roaming in purgatory, is able to take that flame, and then he finds a turnip, his favorite food. He carves the turnip up, puts a face on it, takes out the insides, and puts the flame from hell inside that turnip. Therefore, Jack of the Lantern, Jack-o'-lantern. That's where that comes from. Now, how do we get pumpkins, though? Here's how. So those immigrants in Ireland, Scotland, the Isle of Man, and eventually England as well, they would travel across the Atlantic and land in the North American colonies. Now when they got here, they wanted to keep their traditions from home alive, including the celebration of Samhain. So they wanted to have gourds. The problem was, there were no turnips anywhere. No turnips. Not a lot of turnips in North America at that time. What there was plenty of were pumpkins. So, they decided, hey, let's keep our tradition going and choose a new gourd. Therefore, instead of turnips on Halloween, that's why you have carved pumpkins as your jack-o'-lanterns. And there you have it. The tradition of Samhain and Halloween continuing here, this time not in a turnip, but in what will become forever the symbol of Halloween, a carved pumpkin representing the jack-o'-lantern. What do you think of that?
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. What'd you say?
I had a feeling.